is a function. Your input goes in and it delivers an output. Everybody remember us doing this? All you gotta do is put in the number 7. 3 multiplied by 7 plus 5 into the calculator. What you get? 26, okay with you guys? Okay, 26. Now, write f of k in terms of k. Well, same deal again. Instead of x, what do I have? Anybody? Instead of x, we have k. So all I need to do is replace x with k. And the answer is 3k plus 5. F of k equals k. No problem. Because I know f of k is this here, don't I? F of k is 3k plus 5. And so that's the f of k part. Everybody agreed? And then it says equals k. Okay. Looks like a linear equation to me. So I'm going to solve this. Bring the k out the other side. We got 3k take away. K. Bring the 5 over the other side. What do we get now? 2k equals minus 5. And k equals minus 5 over 2. So, I don't know, back in the day, I obviously only taught some years. I didn't teach everybody here. Could anybody tell me what is the answer for Mark squared minus Kenny squared? Anybody know? Anybody know the answer? Yeah. Is that it? Yeah. Give that to him. Yeah. It's Mark plus Kenny. Mark minus Kenny. Now what I'm trying to get at here is that it's usually something squared minus something squared. And this would have been significantly covered on all the videos. Significantly so, okay? Then what I would have said is, can anybody tell me the difference between 36x squared and 36x squared 2b squared? Anybody tell me the difference between the two of them? Anybody? No, you don't know the difference between this one, yes, sir? The first one is 36 multiplied by x multiplied by another x. The second one, yes? 36x multiplied by another 36x. Do you see the significance of the brackets and the square on the outside? Everybody see that? Now, that brings me back to Mark minus Kenny squared, okay? So, my second years are pretty handy at this at the moment, but like yourselves, they'll forget in a couple of weeks' time. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change 36x squared into something squared and 49y squared into something squared as well. Anybody know what I should put here? What number, when you multiply it by itself, gives you 36? Yes. 6x. And then the other one? 7y. Oddly enough, 6, 7. You're welcome. Now, okay. Now, guys, somebody got this question wrong and then got the next one right using the correct technique. So there's a lot of inconsistencies. Okay? So here we go. What's a 6x plus 7y and the other one? 6x minus 7y. Okay, next one. This is what we call a linear equation. However, the linear equation has a problem. The problem is the fractions. The fractions are not the same. The biggest error made was the fact that nobody put 7 over 1. 7 is also needs a common denominator. Most of you understood the common denominator was what? It wasn't. It's not 4. It's 12, yeah? No. Okay. So here's what we're going to do next. Over 12, yeah? Multiply top and bottom by 4. Multiply top and bottom by 3. Multiply top and bottom by 12. Now, 4 times 5x, 20x plus 8, isn't it? Now, see this minus. Do you know what I'm going to do with that minus? I'm going to attach it to the 3. It becomes minus 3. And I'm going to multiply minus 3 by 6x and 4. This is where most people make their mistake. minus 3 by 6x, minus 18x, minus 3 by minus 3 by plus 4, minus 12, all equals 84. Now guys, why did the 12s disappear? Anybody tell me why the 12s disappear? Okay, in a solved question, and only in a solved question, imagine I wrote down this. X over 12 equals 3 over 12. What could you tell me x is? X is 3. Why is x 3? Because if the bottoms are equal to each other, the tops have to be equal to each other, don't they? So therefore the bottoms don't really matter anymore. And in this case, because everything's divided by 12 at this stage, isn't it? Because everything's over 12, the bottoms don't give us any information. It's the tops that give us the information. Now we're going to put this in. We're going to get 2x minus 4 equals 84. We're going to bring the 4 to the other side. We're going to get 2x equals 88. Divided by 2, and we're going to get x equals 44. This is the same thing again, isn't it? 4x squared minus 25. Yes. E. Okay, we're starting again. Okay, guys. So, you read the minus b formula off the front of your maths tables. Here it is. And how do I know I'm not able to factorize this? That's what I told my second years earlier. What to say? No, you can still factorize equal zeros ones. Yes. Yeah, it says 2 decimal places, or it says the word third form. It's an indication that you're going to use the minus b formula. What's the a value, people? A value? 3. B value? C value? Minus 5. Minus b value, sorry. 4. Okay. Now, here's what we're going to do. Going to open up a set of brackets for everything here. Now, here we go. What goes here? Anybody? 4. What goes here? Here. 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 3. Gonna take out the old calculator. Press the fraction button at the start. And then we're going to go for this. We're going to go 4. I'm going to use plus because there is no plus or minus button, is there? Just have to do plus at the start. Square root minus 4 squared. I'm going to make an error. I'd like you guys to tell me my error, please. Oh, you already found it, did you? What is the error? No brackets around the minus 4. Yeah, that will cause an error. That will get you going wrong, I'm afraid. Did anybody do that one? That's okay. You won't do it again, yeah? Okay. And then all over 2 times 3. And then, long story short, we're going to press format. Now, you see the first answer is 2.119. 2.119. I have to round it to 2 decimal places, so 2.1, 2. 2 decimal places. Then I go back to the next one. And then I go, okay, I'm going to change this to a minus. Go again. Format, decimal, here we go. Minus 0.79, because 786 rounds upwards. So some of you guys have got the 8 out of 10. I'm afraid you just made it. Go. 4x squared minus 25. Lads, it's the difference of 2 squares again. What will I turn this one into and what will I turn this one into? Any guesses? What multiplies by itself to give you 4? 2x multiplied by another 2x. And here? And what you get? Now, did any of you have any time left at the end of the exam? If you did, what could you do to check your answer? What's 2x by 2x? 2x by minus 5? 5 by 2x? Plus 10x? Minus 10x and plus 10x cancel, don't they? Plus 5 by minus 5? And guess what? I got the same thing. Yes. Alright, bring it up. Bring it up. Alright, guys. Lads, you looking? Next one. 2 times minus 5, anybody? Minus 10. Listen, guys. What two numbers, when you multiply them by each other, give you minus 10, but then add to give you minus 3? Any ideas? 1 and minus 10? Minus 1 plus 10? 2 minus 5? Minus 2 plus 5? Which one do you want me to choose? Minus 5 and 2. Okay. Meets the criteria. Adds to give you minus 3. Multiplies to give you minus 10. Here we go. Okay. 2x squared plus 2x minus 3x minus 5. Now, do you know how you know if you're correct with this? Everybody looking? So have you don't know this, but we'll give this a go. 2x squared, right? You looking? I'm looking at the top one. Minus 5. Still minus 5. 2x squared. Still 2x squared. Minus 3x has been changed to... I got it wrong there, actually. See, just while I checked it. It was 2 minus 5, wasn't it? Not 2 minus 3. So, 2 take away 5 is minus 3. Now I know I'm right, because everything matches up. Now, what can you take out of the first two? Cheat code time. You've heard me say this before. X plus 1. And before you move on from the first bracket, guys, before you move on from the first bracket, just multiply it out in your head. 2x times x, 2x squared. 2x times 1. Now you know you're good. And put the minus 5 in there. And your answer? Over x plus 1. All right. Next one. Okay. This one here is the answer of part 1. Sorry, the answer of part 2. So, what you're doing, guys, is you're doing the answer of part 1 divided by the answer of part 2. Oh, sorry, the answer of part 2 divided by the answer of part 1. Okay. Joe was really annoying. Some of you knew how to factorize this, but you did it in this part instead of doing it up there. I still gave you his marks, though, but you should have had it done up there. You listening? Okay, what's this answer? What was the answer for part 2 again? Was it x plus 1 and 2x minus? Okay, on the bottom. 2x plus 5 and... Okay. So, would you agree that there's two numbers on the top that are being multiplied by each other? We're essentially multiplying the yellow number by the blue number. And on the bottom, we're multiplying the green number by... I'm sorry, running out of colours here. This pink number here. Everybody see what we're doing? That's what's going on. Now, when it comes to multiplication, so in the classic example of, do you know 15 over 20? 15 over 20 can be changed into 3 multiplied by 5, divided by 5 multiplied by 4. Would you all agree with that? All agreed? Now, see the 5 on the bottom? The 5 on the bottom can cancel with the 5 on the top, only because it's multiplication. And what's left over then? 3 over 3/4. Using that idea, what can I cancel on this one? The 2x minus 5 and the other, because it's the same number on the top and the same number on the bottom, and they're both being multiplied. Meets the criteria. X plus 1, 2x plus 5.